What's up everyone? Welcome back to another Guitar Talk video. Now I know what you're all thinking. That is a really old looking guitar. It must be a birth year guitar for Dan. But no, not even Dan.
Not that old.
Not even Dan is as old as this thing.
Nearly.
So we've got some cool stories behind this one. It's another one from Dan's collection today and it's an absolute beauty. Killer finish, awesomely cool guitar, and I love a vintage Fender. So Dan, what have we got today?
So this is a guitar that's got just like loads of sentimental like value to me, and some of you may recognize it because I did a video before just going through some of the mysteries of this guitar, but it is a 1979 Fender Strat.
To dive straight in before we get into too many tales, do you know what is original, what's not? Like, have you got much insight on the guitar?
So, neck and body is original.
Yeah.
Switch is original. The pots have been changed. I'm assuming jack plate's probably original. Tuners are original.
Yeah.
Back plate, stuff like that.
Is it a hardtail as well?
It is now.
Okay.
So it's a hardtail Strat. Like, this is like, as I've done the video going through some mysteries on this, but so it's not the original bridge. It was always a hardtail, but when you get it in the light, you can see this line around here that looks like at some point someone
routed it
out for maybe
like a Floyd.
Yeah, well,
that's
a
massive.
Kaler,
that kind
surface
of thing.
mount Kaler or something, and then it's been filled back in, and I don't know if it was at that point it's been refinished, but it has, I think, well, I mean, it must have been for this bit, and it's not a red that you see quite like if you put it up against that red.
That's true, yeah, and that's why I suppose that's quite a bit older still, but yeah, it's quite a vibrant red. Yeah, it's very bright for a candy apple.
Yeah, but then the mystery is you like take the scratch plate off and it's still got the original Fender stickers inside.
Right.
That
Can
don't
you
look
see
like
any original colour inside?
No.
No.
It's all this colour, but all the original Fender stickers are still in there, but they're on top of the finish.
Oh, well, maybe it always was candy apple red and they've just oversprayed on that bit.
Yeah, maybe.
Because you know my white Strat I had that went in a comp for GGG, that had a little bit of damage and it just had some overspray, and it was like, you would never know, and like just like you said, you can just see that line a bit. I mean, the thing is, this could have been done in the mid-80s and the finish is just aged with all of it.
Yeah, but then I don't think they did this red in that year.
Oh, right.
So
okay.
I literally have no idea. I don't know if it was like a custom finish or if it got refinished or anything like that. It is a mystery, but either way, it's a great job that they've done, and it is properly aged.
When did it come to you?
So I got this, it was either right at the very beginning of 2016 or at the end of 2015. This was the last guitar, so I was just going through a phase. I was just buying guitars, selling guitars, buying guitars, and this was the last guitar that I bought before my son Zach was born, because I said I've got to start saving for baby stuff. I've always just wanted a beaten up old Strat, and I went on eBay and just had a little look and saw this for 850 quid.
Yeah.
Snapped it up, bought it, was wondering what the hell it was going to play like, because I'd played a 79 Strat before and it was the worst Strat I've ever played in my life. And I can honestly say, I know taste is subjective and all that kind of stuff, but obviously we get to play a lot of great Strats and everything that come through. I used to work for a Fender dealer as well, and this to me is the nicest Strat I've ever played. It's the nicest neck. It just suits my hand and my playing better than any Strat I've ever played. I absolutely love this thing.
It is a great Strat, and it brings testament true to like what we try and say here all the time. It's like people, definitely like keyboard warriors in forums and stuff can have these opinions of just like all 70s Strats were terrible, all 70s Fenders were terrible, all Norling Gibsons were terrible. It's like, it's just a load of rubbish. Like these people that were making these guitars, they weren't, I know budgets got cut with CBS and stuff like that, but these were still skilled people, and yeah, there might have been some bad guitars, but there are some absolutely unbelievable guitars out there as well. Just like today, you buy a USA Strat today and you can get one turn up and some of the frets can be a bit sharp still, and it's a bit like, what's going on here? So it's, you never know. It's like every era has good and bad guitars, and this is a good one.
This is a great stable piece of maple as well. The neck is super stable on this thing. Obviously the hardtail bridge helps as well. There's no kind of trem to go out of tune. It's just got really stable tuning and just sounds great. Put bare knuckle 63 pickups in here. It had the original pickups. I've still got the original pickups.
The original pickups are so good, and they're my favourites as well because it's still grey bobbins, aren't they?
Yeah, they've got the grey bottom on them. I've got a home
they're my fave.
Build Strat that I put together myself, and the neck and the middle are in that guitar along with a Thornbucker humbucker in the bridge. And then the bridge pickup is at home in the case for the one of those pickups. But I love the neck and the middle pickup on like the original pickups, but the bridge pickup was just really, really spiky. It was that like aggressively harsh. Whenever I'd play it on the bridge pickup, I would see people just go,
yeah.
So I thought, I'm not just going to replace the bridge pickup. If I'm going to do it, I'll put a whole set in there. So went for the bare knuckle 63s, and they sound great.
So that's kind of like where my favourite Strat, my custom shop Strat, that the idea for that was sort of from around the late 70s, early 80s. People were latching on to how good those grey bottom single coils were, and you know they were sort of just that post Hendrix sound and like really bright and jangly, but then people would chuck them in a Strat with a humbucker in the bridge, so you had that neck and middle, and that's exactly what mine is, literally 69 single coil, 69 single coil, and then EVH humbucker in the bridge. And it's because I think the bridge single coils on them were a bit too hollow, because they were a very hollow sound, those
this
bottoms.
One was just wiry, just all treble.
They were really hollow. They were great. They were great pickups, but like they probably wouldn't be amazing on a bridge unless you had a tone control wired. But man, it's awesome. So in true Dan fashion, any modifications, anything interesting going on that you've actually undertaken, not someone else?
Yeah, only the pickups, everything else. Oh, and it came with a white, yellowish, probably most likely not original scratch plate that was all kind of, I'm trying to think, they're like pearlescent.
Oh, yeah.
So I put this black scratch plate on when I changed the pickups, and I think it looks loads better. Kind of got that Gilmore vibe, but on a red guitar. That's the only thing I've done to it. It's just literally these pickups and the scratch plate. Other than that, it is all as I got it.
Nice. And what do you use it for? Like, does it come out to play a lot? Because obviously you play a lot of PRSs. You tend to use humbuckers, I'd say, 90% of the time. Like, what's this getting used for?
So Strats just make me play in a completely different style. And every now and again, like if there's a song where I'm like, I need that proper authentic Strat sound, then I get this out. I've had a couple of Silver Skies. I tried to go down that sort of PRS Strat route, but I just kind of said to myself, like, if I'm going to go to a gig and I'm taking a Strat, am I going to look in the corner and go, shall I take my John Mayer Silver Sky, or shall I take my beaten up old Strat that sounds amazing? And it's going to be this every single time. So got rid of the Silver Skies. I've got this, and I use it for recording. I use it for recording clean parts. And just, like I said, if I'm gigging and there's something that just needs that kind of Strat funkiness to it, then this comes with me and does my shoulder in every time because it weighs an absolute ton.
Is it heavy? I can't actually remember.
Heavy.
Oh yeah, she's weighty. She's got that late 70s butt going on. It's like weighty down the bottom end.
Late 70s butt, and then the lack of any kind of route on the back for the trem.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and what do you? It's like someone's filled this in with steel.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a lush fretboard. Like really nice fretboard, super nice dots. Like you said, it's like the later 70s stuff as well. You're edging into that like more modern C-shaped feel as well. So it's just super easy to play, so comfortable.
Yeah, and it's got that proper vintage fretboard radius as well, 725.
Is it 7 1/4?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That's why whenever people play it, they go like, "Oh, the action's up there a little bit, isn't it?" But she's pretty much on the edge of where she can go before you start getting that.
Okay, I thought it'd be 9, but it's up there.
Yeah, no, I got G to measure it, and it was That's
my favourite. I love the vintage radius like that. That's what I'm all about.
Yeah, so I think it's been refretted at some point. As well, I seem to remember G telling me, but they've done a really good job on it, so plenty of life left in this. And the great thing is, because someone had already done all the relicking for me, is that, you know, I'm not precious when I take it out. It's an old guitar, and 70s guitars are going up in value. Like, I can't believe I got this for 850 quid. But I don't have to be precious about it. It's got so many little dings and all the finishing stuff on there that if I take it out to a gig and it gets a little mark on it, it's not like I've ruined an old vintage guitar. It's genuine play wear on this.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. It's nice. I love it. Do you see yourself getting any more Strats or anything, or are you just like, nah, this is it, this is all I need, I've had enough?
It just depends, I guess, cheesily where my musical journey takes me.
Yeah.
I don't play lots of songs that need specifically Strats, and I did get, just if I was going to take one guitar to a gig, I've got this PRS Swamp Ash Special, bottleneck PRS, that when you pop that out, these become single coils and it activates the middle pickup, so you can get that kind of Stratty-ish tone out of it.
Yeah.
So I don't like. I'm a believer that everyone needs a Strat in their collection.
But you're not yearning for more.
Yeah, I'm
not like me, who would I'd buy a Strat a week if I could.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, obviously, it's me. If the right one came up, then I'd probably have it. But I don't see me ever taking another Strat apart from this one to a gig.
Nice. There's golden guitars in every single era, and this 79 Strat is a testament to that. It's just a beautiful piece, and you know, I mean, I think, like you said, 70s Strats are creeping up in value. 70s guitars in general are starting to sort of take over what was once like the rise in prices in the late 60s. It is moving into the 70s stuff now, there's no doubt about it. But yeah, it's another beautiful one from the collection, Dan. You can't have too many left to go.
No, and I said this in the last video I did on this guitar, and I'll say this again. If you used to own this guitar,
oh yeah,
and you can tell me the history behind it, all the modifications, what happened to the bridge, the finish and all that, please please reach out to me.
Has it got a serial on it?
It does have a serial number on it.
Go on, read it out.
S947343.
There we go.
I reached out to Fender and they were like, we were a mess back then. We can't tell you anything. There's even little stamps and stuff in the body. Like there's a B stamped in the body, which I thought, oh, is it like a B stock model? Maybe that explains why it's been filled in. And but apparently it didn't mean that. Someone said maybe it meant blonde. No, it didn't mean that. Fender themselves literally cannot tell me what it meant because they've got no records of what any of the stamps meant back then.
Wild. Well, if anyone has any knowledge or information on this, please do drop a comment or fire us a message.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
Email over at dan@guitargeargiveaway.co.uk if you've got any information on it. I'd love to know. I'd love to know the secrets and mysteries behind this. But yeah, my number one Strat, absolutely for sure.
Amazing. That wraps up another one. So thank you for tuning in and giving us a watch. We hope you've enjoyed listening to us waffle about it and listening to Dan play a few little numbers on this as well. It's a beautiful sounding guitar and another one in the collection. Guitar talk done. We are out. We will see you in the next one. Laters. Easy.
Nice.